Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be finishing up Yukimaro today. You better not make me cry anymore, I swear. The last episode did not end well for me. I'm not going to get these edited when I record them because I'm recording them ahead of time. I just posted Battlefield Waltz and these are the next two that are coming out. And I don't really feel like playing B Rising right now. I'm about to beat the game, so I'm like trying to postpone it. Prolong it is what I meant to say. I'm trying to prolong it as much as possible because the expansion's only been out a week and I don't want to clear it all in a week. But anyway. So I'm just going to be playing some 9-rip today. I want to finish this episode. I want to do the endings as well. And at least that way it's ended for me. You guys will get them a couple days later, but... So, Yukimaro and Toka are gone. She can only see Koharu, and I'm not sure what's going to happen because there's still 2 more choices that she has to make with him. Alright, after my mom came home, I had felt sick and shut myself in my room. I just let the tears flow. I always knew this moment would come. I just never expected it to be so soon. I at least thought I'd be able to say goodbye. But even now I could still call out to them. I learned to look forward, to keep moving. They showed me how after all. So, are you there? I whispered to the emptiness. No reply came, not that I expected one would. My words just evaporated into silence. Yet I felt compelled to keep talking. Toka, I know you've been with me ever since I was little, so I'm thankful for the moments we shared. I'm truly grateful from the bottom of my heart to have learned of your existence. Thank you. I took in a deep breath, seeking serenity, and then slowly let it out. Yukimaro. I was breaking down just calling his name. I'm so glad I met you. It wasn't that I couldn't speak, I just couldn't find the right words to say. But I really wanted to tell him. Not a save, so we're gonna say first, I will never forget you. I'll never forget you. The time we shared is a treasure to me. I believe it will stay in my heart forever. The room was silent. I said the words trying to move forward, but it didn't ease the pain I felt in my heart. No response. Before, they could interact with objects, even eat, but now there was no sign of them. Then came a knock and the door opened without waiting for me to answer.
どうだ、調子は?
At least she still has one of them. Okay, I'm like continuing on because I'm absorbed in the story, but we need to go and take the actual answer. Alright, I'll always be thinking about you. I'll always be thinking about you. Even if I meet someone else in the future, my feelings for you will never change. The room was silent. I said the words trying to move forward, but it didn't ease the pain I felt in my heart. That was quick. No response. Before, they could interact with objects, even eat. But now there was no sign of them.
どうだ、調子は?
Koharu's question was tinged with awkwardness, perhaps unsure of what exactly to say. Yet somehow his clumsiness made me feel just a little bit better. I just said goodbye to them, but I'm not sure I did it right. I tried to smile at him, but realized my smile was likely filled with pain. I half expected them to show me some kind of sign that they'd heard me, maybe move something, but because there's no response, I felt like I was saying goodbye to them too late.
そうじゃない。いたずらに人の世へ干渉することは良くないこととされている。まあ、人に悪さする奴らもいるが、大抵のあやかしはわきまえている。干渉したら罰があるってわけじゃないがな。人の世に暗黙の決まりがあるように、あやかしの世にもそういうのがある。常識ってやつだ。
I see.
ちなみに言っておくが、過度に人の姿に化けるのも干渉になる。
Why aren't spirits allowed to intervene?
今回の場合、お前の思いを縛ることになる。お前の人生の邪魔になるだろう。人は人。あやかしはあやかしだ。
I guess I kind of understand that. Yukimaro said he looked for ways for us to stay together but found none. I just wish I could see him for a few more seconds. A moment to say goodbye would have been nice, but maybe that wasn't what I needed. I knew this day was inevitable and thought I was ready for it, but clearly I was not.
心ってのは頭で整理できることじゃないからな。
Hearing him agree with me lightened my heart. At the same time, I started thinking about Yukimaro. I wondered how he was holding up. I've been so wrapped up in my own feelings. Is Yukimaro... How do I say this? Should I ask if he's happy or if he's managing okay? Should I ask about his role as a guardian spirit? Koharu, reading my concern, offered a comforting smile.
あいつなら大丈夫だ。ガキみてえな振る舞いばかりだが、それなりにできたやつではある。
Well, if you say so, Koharu, then I feel better. He's right. In the time I spent with Yukimaro, it seemed like he'd prepared himself for this. He was always anxious for my future. He would always worry about what would happen after he was gone. I need to pull myself together. I think it'll take a while before I am able to go back to living an ordinary life like I was before, but I'll do my best. I smiled and Koharu reciprocated.
お前なら大丈夫だとは思うが、俺はもう少しだけ様子を見ていることにする。
Aw, he's so nice. Thank you. So the reason I can see you is because you still need to haunt me, right? So, when are you planning to do the haunting? I'd like to brace myself for it. She wants to brace herself for when you disappear.
そう構えなくてもいい。じっくり恐怖を味わわせてやるからな。感傷に浸る暇なんてないくらいに。
Oh, there's 3 choices in this chapter. Oh, really? I wonder if half of it goes down the heavenly end, because that's the first end that you go to. I gulped hard in response to his intense gaze. Please don't make it too scary.
冗談だ。ま、お前が雪丸のことが気になっている間は、ここにいてやる。
You can rely on me. Oh, in that case, can you tell me about him? What's he doing these days?
ああ、嫌な情報を流してやる。例えば、今お前の部屋で鼻をほじくっているとかな。
Seriously? He's been picking his nose. I wouldn't say that's something I don't want to hear. If anything, it's just funny.
叩くんじゃねえ。冗談を言っただけだろ。
Stop hitting me. Is Yukimaro hitting him? Oh, is he really right here?
ああ、センスで叩いてきやがった。今はお前の隣にいるぜ。お前から見て左だ。
Aww, she can't see him. I turned to where Koharu indicated. I obviously couldn't see him. So Yukimaro is somewhere around here. That would mean his eyes would be around here. Though invisible, I had hoped my eyes could meet his.
お前、すごいな。俺からしたら、見つめ合ってるように見えるぞ。
That mean he heard you say that you'll always be thinking about him and he heard your goodbye. That alone was comforting. I've spent so much time with Yukimaro. I think he would be about this tall. I wonder if we're making eye contact. I want to see you, Yukimaro. Oh, I wonder what he said. If only I could turn into a spirit, then I could be the one to enter your world. I sighed, knowing such dreams were impossible.
お前が合わせるか。
Oh? Is there a way? What is it? I mean, you'd have to die probably, but...
いや、なんでもね。とりあえず、今日はとっとと寝ちまえ。あ、母親が心配してるから、顔見せてやれよ。
I smiled when Koharu mentioned my mom as he left the room. She's right, I shouldn't worry her. I knew I'd probably look like a mess right now. I decided to wash my face before heading downstairs. Yukimara's perspective. I think I know why this has 3 choices in it, because Every other route has had 9 chapters, I believe, and Yukimaro only has 8. So this is the last chapter before the endings, which I already knew, but just in case anyone forgot, this is the last chapter before endings. I see one of the choices that she does get to talk to him eventually. After ensuring Misa had fallen asleep, I quietly left her room.
予想以上に悲しませてしまったな。
I had intended the words only for myself, but soon heard a reply.
仕方のないことなのです。きっと彼女は乗り越えると信じて見守ることしかできないですから。
Despite his youthful appearance, Toku was a deity. His wisdom and intelligence shined through. His aura was far too noble than mine ever was, even when I was a god.
東花殿は彼女を長年思っているのであろう。どのようにして割り切っておるのだ。
I knew it was bold of me to ask him. Toku was a rival for her love after all. Oh, really? Does he like her? And yet Toku responded with a smile.
僕は彼女が大好きで、それだけなのです。お返しは花から期待していませんから。そこに来ると、雪丸さんはかわいそうですね。彼女の行為を知ってしまったから、欲が生まれた挙句、苦しんでいる。もともと神であったというのに、まるでなっていないです。それだから、あやかしになどなり下がるのですよ。
His words hit hard. Through his smile, I could tell he was very angry. But I suppose that makes sense. My question towards him was rather thoughtless.
ま、僕も同じ立場になればわかりませんけど。彼女には傷ついてほしくないですから、どうにかするです。これは、雪丸さんのせいですよ。
This is your fault for making her fall in love with you. With that, Toku disappeared. This is my fault. He's absolutely right, and I had no rebuttal. There was a solution. It would take a great deal of time, and it would bind her. Oh. I would rather avoid that if we can.
もう少し様子を見るとするかの。
Bind her to the spirit world? They say love can drive you mad, and clearly I was no exception.
まあ、狂うのもいい。彼女のためならば、それでも。
I'm so curious how this is going to end. I tossed and turned, unable to find sleep. Naturally, thoughts of Yukimaro filled my mind. Gazing at the ceiling, I replayed our moments together. The ritual the priest performed, that's how I was able to see him. It's thanks to the ritual we got to spend so much time together. I knew this experience was once in a lifetime. I wonder if anyone involved with that priest experienced something similar. That's right, the ritual. If the priest could perform it a second time, maybe I could see Yukimaro again. He exorcised Toka from you, though. I don't think he can perform it again. But is that really okay? Of course I want to see Yukimaro, but is that really something he wants? Tomorrow morning, I'll visit the shrine and ask the priest directly. The next morning, I intended to go to school as soon as I was done at the shrine, so I got dressed in my uniform and headed over there. Upon entering, I saw the priest raking the ground as usual and ran up to him. Good morning.
おお、これは。いつぞやのお嬢さんではないですか。おはようございます。
He seemed to recognize me, which I realized it could speed things up. Do you remember the ritual you performed for me the other day? Did it have any special powers associated with it?
ああ、あれですか。わしに力があるかどうかは自分ではわからぬのですが、そうですな。あなたはどうだったのですかな？
Me?
ええ、そうです。お祓いはするものではなく、されたものの方が効果が実感できるでしょう。
Well, you might think this is strange, but I ended up being able to see spirits, but it was only temporary.
なんと、それは申し訳ないことをした。ああ、なんということをしてしまったのか。
If only he had shown this concern earlier. Please don't worry about that. It was truly a unique experience. One I'm actually very grateful for. Actually, the thing is, I'd like to see those spirits again, especially one in particular. I told myself to let it go, to move on, yet I find myself looking for ways to see him again.
もう一度あの払いをして差し上げてもよいのだが、それはあなたのためにならんだろう。
Oh, why not?
人とあやかしは住まう世が違うのじゃ。どちらかがどちらかの世に寄り添わねばならん。お嬢さんは思いを寄せているあやかしにそれを強いれるか、それともお主があやかしの世に赴けるか。
To be together, one of us must endure hardship.
もう一度会えたとしてもまた別れが来る。忘れろとは言わんが、折り合いをつけるのがいいだろう。
After sharing his advice, the priest excused himself, mentioning he had chores to attend to, and disappeared behind the shrine. I know he's right. I know that. Deep down, I already knew the two of us lived in different worlds. Who's going to succumb? Probably her. I exited the shrine and paused, checking my phone. It's only after 7. Because I was in such a rush, I hadn't considered what to do with all the extra time. With about an hour before school started, I decided to take a walk. I headed for a beachfront park. You're gonna find Senna. Oh, at the beach, right? You're not gonna find Senna. As I walked, my thoughts once again drifted to Yukimaro. I leaned against the beachside fence and lost myself in the view. Oh? Hearing a familiar voice, I turned to see Koharu, panic-stricken, rushing towards me. What? You're telling her not to do anything rash. She's not gonna jump into the ocean. He clutched my shoulders tightly.
死んでも何の解決にもならねえ。そんなことするくらいなら、俺が方法を。
He totally misunderstood the situation. Seeing my confused expression, Koharu's face gave way to confusion. I wasn't planning on dying.
身投げしようとしてたんじゃないのか。
No, I never do that. Why would you think that? And how did he know I was here?
くっさ、雪丸のやつ、ぶっ殺す。
He say that. What? What about Yukimaro?
あいつが俺に知らせてきたんだよ。我に会いたいあまり心が病んで、海に身投げしようとしておるってな。
Yukimaro. I thought he knew me better than that. Well, I guess just because he can read my aura, that doesn't mean he knows what I'm thinking. Maybe it's because I went to the shrine and asked about the ritual. And as I was walking here, I just kind of got lost in thought. Maybe he got the wrong idea.
そういうことだったのか。雪丸の早とちりかよ。まあ、勘違いでよかったぜ。
I'm sorry.
お前が謝ることじゃねえ。悪いのはあのバカタレだ。
So I only gave Koharu a wry smile. Deep down, I felt somewhat reassured. Yukimaro still looking up for me.
それで、神主からお祓いのことを聞いたのは、もう一度お願いするためか。
Initially, I just had a few questions. I did consider it, but I just want to see Yukimaro. Deep down, I was hoping he might do it again. I just can't help but wish, you know? I thought it might work, but the priest told me it won't. I was trying to get closure, and I was only getting more confused. I wonder if it worries Yukimaro to see me like this. I let out a self-depreciating laugh. Koharu then softly muttered.
お前に、あやかしを見せることはできる。
Oh? Can you now? What? My eyes widened in shock at Koharu's words.
昨日、お前言っただろう。今度は自分が雪丸に合わせるって。俺は、雪丸側で考えていて、お前の側では考えていなかった。だから、言われて気づいてな。お前をたたるっていう名目が俺にはある。だから、 お前の迷惑になる術ならかけられる。
I can haunt you so I can cast spells on you. Then please cast that spell on me. As long as I can see Yukimaro, I don't care what else happens to me. Oh, goodness. Koharu didn't react right away to my plea. Instead, his gaze shifted elsewhere. After a moment, he spoke.
まあ、お前は反対するだろうな。だが、こいつがこうなってるのは、お前の責任でもあるだろう。
Yukimaro's against it.
中途半端に愛するくらいなら、花から気持ちを隠しておくべきだった。俺ならそうする。
Oh, that's what you would have done. Well, your route is next. Are you going to keep your feelings hidden from her? He was clearly talking to someone I couldn't see. Yukimaro must be against this idea. Naturally, Yukimaro wouldn't want a spell that could hurt me to be cast on me.
悪いが俺は、こいつの意志を尊重する。お前の出番はそれからだ。
Once she can see you, then it's up to you to fix it. With that, Koharu turned his attention back to me.
さっきの提案した術だが、ユキマロが反対するほど危険なものだ。
Oh, it's risky. Is it something life-threatening?
そこまでじゃないが、精神的に辛くなる可能性があってな。お前にかけるのは、別の世のものが全て見えちまう術だ。
So, demons? Can you see demons? Other realms? You mean more than just spirits?
ああ、幽霊や化け物、悪魔なんてのも見えちまうかもしれねえ。
I knew it. I wonder if she'll see Manami. He's been following her this whole time too. I felt my heart skip a beat. Demons? This time I felt unable to answer right away.
あの二人だけが見えていたのは、お祓いに居合わせたのがあいつらだけだったからだろう。例えば、他の者まで居合わせていたら、お前の精神はとっくに病んでいたかもしれねえ。
A chill ran down my spine. At first I resented the priest for not casting that spell on me again, but now... Perhaps in a way I was fortunate. Reflecting back on it, it seemed a blessing the priest hadn't repeated the ritual.
それじゃあ、もう一度聞く。お前は、俺に術をかけてほしいか？
Yes, we want you to, but it's a save file, so we're gonna save it first. No, Manami, bye. Point the gun. We don't want that ending anyway. That ending was bad. So this is a save file, which means if you don't, like, I see what the Godly End's title's called, which I don't know if she will see him again. I don't know. But we'll say yes, I want you to. I blurted out the words before I knew it. Let's go. Koharu slowly nodded after seeing my determination and returned to his spirit form.
ほら、やめろって
Yukimaro's like, don't do it! What's wrong? Oh, is that Yukimaro?
たく、どうにかしてえなら、お前自身で何とかしやがれ
I'll hurt yourself. Koharu shouted at where I guessed Yukimaro was and then placed his hand on my forehead. In that instant, I felt a surge flow through me. I could feel something pouring into me from Koharu's hand. Is it his spirit power? My vision. Scenes flashed in and out. I feel nauseous.
いくらお前でも、俺の仕事を邪魔することは許さねえ。それにな。
My job to haunt her.
ユキマロ、お前は、愛した女を守れる男だろ。
I know, right? The world spun wildly around me. My vision distorted beyond endurance, just as I thought I'd collapse. Yukimaro's gonna hold you. A gentle embrace steadied me.
小春恨むぞ。
Oh, he is bad.
恨むならてめえを恨みやがれ。自分で蒔いた種だろうが。
He's like, there you go, have fun with her. She's left up to you now. Could that be Yukimaro's voice? Then I lost consciousness. Oh no, she fell unconscious. Oh, I wanted a CG. When I woke up, everything was white. I felt somewhere unfamiliar.
ミサ、起きたの？ 私の声が聞こえる？
Oh, is she in the hospital? Oh my goodness. The vision was foggy but gradually became clearer. Oh, Mom?
よかった。もう心配したじゃない。
I'm sorry? You can say it as a question. Confused, I apologized to my mom and started to look around. Am I in the hospital? Huh? Why? Surprised, I sat up quickly. I didn't feel like there was anything wrong with me.
あなた、覚えていないの？早朝に海辺で倒れていたそうよ。雪丸さんが発見してくれて助かったわ。
And then you admitted her to the hospital? You saw Yukimaro?
ええ。あなたを病院へ運んでくれたのは雪丸さんなのよ。勤務中にこんなに驚いたことはないわ。
Wait, how did you see him? She has the power to see spirits, not you. What? I'm so confused. How could her mom see him? I mean, he's probably in human form, but if he could be seen in human form, Koharu didn't need to do anything. Whatever.
検査をしたのだけれど、どこにも異常はないようだし。一緒に帰りましょう。
Okay. Now I remember. Koharu cast a spell on me, making me feel ill, and I collapsed. I thought I heard Yukimaro's voice then. Does this mean I can see people from other realms now? Yeah, but why can't your mom? We had to sign a lot of paperwork, so by the time we arrived home, it was already late. As soon as we arrived home, Mom wanted me to go straight to bed and rest, and ushered me to my room. I don't feel any different. And neither Koharu nor Yukimaro have come to visit me. They'll tell me it was all just a dream. I muttered, but there was no response. How was it a dream? Your mom said, thank goodness Yukimaro found you. The next day at school, I immediately sensed something in me had changed. The reason? Oh. Are you going to see Kara? Are you going to see all the ghosts of your school? Yay! I get to see all of them again. It's not just the good ghosts too, it's the crazy ones too, like the one in the bathroom and the lunch one, and and what's her name? I forgot it already. Dang it. Who's the one in the nurse's office? I already forgot her name. But we spent one route without her, and she's already lost to me. Sayaka and I were on our way to the cafeteria. Huh? Who's that? I don't recognize him. Oh, there they are. Yay. I get to see Kunaha and Koyo. Looking carefully, there appeared to be a man in a kimono with what looked like blood smeared around his stomach. The person behind him, dressed in modern clothes, looked noticeably pale. He's still in a coma. Could they actually be ghosts?
そういえばさ、あなたがあの喫茶店のバイトに入ったら食べに行きたいねって家族と話してて。
Our spell, it worked. She's not even listening.
ねえ、どうしたの？
Can I ask you something strange? Do you see anyone at the end of the hall, like someone in a kimono? Saika glanced down the hallway and shook her head.
そんな人どこにもいないよ。生徒以外には先生だけ。え、ちょっと待って。まさかあなた何か見えるの？幽霊とか？
I quickly shook my head. The last thing I needed was for Saika to start dragging me around to haunted places. No way. I was just trying to spook you. Guess that backfired. My bad.
私が怖がるわけないでしょ。幽霊に会いたいタイプの人間なんだから。
She'd probably be jealous if I told her the truth. Man, if I keep seeing things like this, I don't know how I'm going to hold up. I know, right? You can turn around, there's a ghost everywhere. After school, I wanted to head home with Sayaka, but she sprinted off saying that she had college prep, so I was left alone in the classroom. Or you say Hibiki now. Since I was on class duty today, I had to stay behind, alone. I'm really scared. I just want to get out of the school quickly. Rushing down the stairs, I hurried past the mirror. There he is. I instantly regretted glancing in the mirror. But it should have been only my own reflection. Instead showed a pale boy. He has something very unsettling around his neck.
憎い。許さない。
Why is he saying that to her? Ah! Oh my goodness. I sprinted out of the school as fast as I could. Why did he say that to her though? I'll never forgive you. I don't think, maybe he wasn't saying it to her. He probably just assumed that she can't see him and he's saying it to, what's his face? The man who killed him. Because he truly hated him. I ran with all my might through town, the scenes blurring together. Panting, I collapsed in the living room. Once my breathing eased, I noticed the silence. Being alone right now is the last thing I need. Mom says she'd be back late today too. I came to the horrifying realization that I could see ghosts, but why hasn't Yukimaro showed up yet? What if Koharu's spell was flawed, and now I'm stuck seeing only ghosts? The thought was terrifying. As despair took hold, I felt a tap on my shoulder. Ah! Yay, is he there? Startled, I screamed and backed away.
これ、落ち着くのだ。我だぞ。愛しの恋人であるぞ。
Your loving, beloved lover. Okay. His voice instantly calmed me. It wasn't a ghost that appeared, but Yukimaro, the only one I'd been yearning to see. Aw. Yukimaro. Aw, look at the face of relief. He's so happy. My voice cracked with emotion. He pulled me into a gentle, reassuring hug.
よしよし。怖い思いをしたようだな。小春の忌々しい術のせいだろう。
Please don't be too hard on him. I was the one who asked Koharu for the spell.
わかっておる。そなたのせいではない。小春に散々言われたからの。東花殿にも随分と責められた。
It's all your fault that she loves you. He tightened his embrace as he spoke. Craving the need to feel close to him, I hugged him back tightly.
はあ、かわいいやつめ。我に会いたい一心でとんでもないことをする。困った恋人じゃ。
I think it's kind of cute that he's calling her a lover all of a sudden. I'm sorry.
謝罪は受け付けぬ。そなたがこうまでするほど我が愛を注いでしまったのだから。
Do you have any regrets about your feelings towards me, about everything that's happened? My voice trembled with worry, but Yukimaro firmly shook his head.
そのようなことは一切ない。我はそなたを愛せて心から嬉しいのだ。この愛をそなたに聞かせたのも後悔はない。ただ、我らが愛し合いすぎているだけのこと。
Before, I would have been embarrassed to hear those words coming from him. But now I felt different. I wanted to soak up each word he said to me. Oh, things change when you can't see them anymore. Like, tell me more, please. I realized that this was happiness.
よいか、ミサ殿。我はもう引き下がらぬ。
Oh? What are we not backing down from?
たとえそなたを縛ることになろうとも。それで、そなたを守れるのなら。
Oh? Yeah, he said he didn't want to bind her, which would make her be able to stay with him. But is it? Huh? But you said before that there was no way.
実は、あるのだ。人とあやかしが結ばれる方法がな。
I don't want to jump to conclusions because I know what the choice is, so I'm just going to be quiet. Why didn't you say so before?
そなたの心を縛る方法だからだ。永遠に我と共にあることを誓い、そなたはあやかしの嫁として死後あやかしへと生まれ変わる。
You knew it. You have to marry him. Wait, but it says when you die, you'll be reborn as a spirit. ... At first, I didn't understand. Wife? A spirit? Me?
今すぐ婚姻を交わすということだ。そして人間としての生を全うした後、そなたはあやかしとなる。我と共にあれるように。
So she still has to wait a really long time. Become a spirit after I die. Is that how I can be with Yukimaro? This is all rather sudden. She has to marry him now. How do you get married to a spirit, though? especially if you couldn't have seen her to begin with. I could hardly imagine what it would be like to die, let alone be a spirit, and marriage. That meant I'd be Yukimaro's wife, and it would have to happen immediately. Why are you suggesting this now?
そなたを縛り付けてしまうゆえ、この方法は取りたくなかったのだ。だが、その瞳にかけられた術を解くために必須でな。
Why would it be necessary though? Because it doesn't come into effect until she dies. She's still gonna live with the fact that she can see spirits the rest of her life. Wait, it's possible to reverse the spell. Okay, well, maybe not then.
ああ。そなたの夫となれば、相手が人間であれ、力を注ぐ名目ができる。妻を守るためというな。
I see. You can use your powers only if you have her permission. Though he said wife, just moments ago it seemed like it was a word used to describe someone else, but now the word struck deep. Despite my confusion, Yukimaro reached out and gently caressed my cheek.
このような瞳でいれば、必ずやそなたは苦しむことになる。死者を目にして正常であれる人間はいない。
Yeah, well, I had already gotten a taste of that from when I was at school. Being alone in the school after Sayaka left was one of the most terrifying things I'd ever experienced. Now I understood why both Yukimaro and Koharu had tried to talk me out of the spell. They didn't want me to have to endure this.
だが、こうも思うのだ。そなたの心を縛り付けてしまうのはいかがなものだろうかと。
Why not? I mean, where else would she go after she died? Go to Seiya in hell? Be haunted by Minami the demon?
我と婚姻を結べば、そなたは生涯他の者と結ばれることはない。独り身で過ごさせてしまう。
Oh, okay, that's what he meant. You can never marry anyone else.
さらに、あやかしへの転生も決定してしまう。それが、そなたにとって良いものなのか。
Doesn't matter if it's fair or not. Just ask her if that's what she wants. So Yukimaro has his doubts about this route too. I was glad to know he cared about me and was willing to consider all the possibilities. I don't want to let go of him, but marriage, that's a big step. Well, we get to see both options because it's not a save, so actually no. We get to see isn't there another way in the godly end, so we're gonna say I'll marry you. Also, I shouldn't have chosen any of these things because we get to see them in the other end, but it's fine, whatever. That's okay with me. So, Yukimaro, I'd like to marry you. Saying it out loud made me flush scarlet.
本当に良いのか?
Even though he's so worried, that alone made him so happy. Yes, I can't imagine loving any person. I mean, loving any person or spirit like I love you. Bessie made me feel shy, but Yukimaro pulled me into a tight embrace.
ありがとう、ミサ殿。このような決断をさせてしまって、何と言ったらよいのやら。
I should be apologizing to you. I ignored your wishes when I asked Koharu to cast that spell on me. Not only did you forgive me, you saved me. After all, this is because I asked Koharu to put that spell on me. Are you really okay with marrying me, Yukimaro? I mean, I know you're doing it to protect me, but...
良いに決まっておる。このような流れになってしまったが、心から嬉しくて仕方ないのだ。
Yeah, he's not just protecting you, he really does love you.
そなたと夫婦になれるなんて夢のようじゃ。再会できるのは先になるが、それは些細なこと。
Aww. I'm glad to hear... Wait, we're going to reunite later? After you die, right? Like... I gently pushed Yukimaro back to question him. What do you mean it will take time to reunite?
決まっておる。そなたの死後に再び会うのだ。そなたと婚姻を結んだ後、我が瞳にかけられた術を解く。
I know, he said he would reverse the spell. She didn't understand what that meant. Suddenly I felt uneasy, I know.
そうすれば、 そなたは元通りになるのだ。別の世のものが見えなくなるゆえ、我の姿もまた視界から消える。
You have to go your entire life without seeing me. So, if I live to about 80, I won't see you for another 64 or 65 years.
そうなる。まあ、時が経つのなんてあっという間じゃ。
To a spirit it does, to a human that's a whole lifetime. The thought of such a lengthy separation made me feel dizzy, but Yukimaro mentioned this before. Marrying me means you could never wed another, you'd be forced to live your life in solitude. Apparently, it was true. I'd literally be alone. So if we just stay as we are now, then all I need to do is get used to seeing ghosts, right?
そうだが、まさか我と婚姻を結ぶのが嫌になったのか？
She doesn't want to be away. Huh? No, that's not it at all. I just really can't bear the thought of not seeing you for so long. I mean, I just have to get used to it, right?
何を言う？今日学校であんな目にあっておいて。
What? How do you know about that? Wait, don't tell me. You wanted me to experience how frightening things could be, didn't you?
だって、そなたはそうでもしなければわからぬだろう。
Huh. His point was valid, and I wasn't sure what to say.
まだ迷いがあるようじゃな。そなたには選ぶ権利がある。だから、じっくり考えてみてほしい。
This must be his form of kindness. I'm glad he's at least letting me choose. Thank you. I do need some time to think.
M。その間は我も共に学校についていくし、常にそばにいよう。悪しき者から守らねばな。
Things will go back to normal, except for he gets to fight off demons. But what about your duties as a guardian spirit?
我はそなたの方が大事なのだ。
Seeing his expression, I felt my heart grow cold. His smile looked so pained. This is all my fault. I was the reason for his pain. If I kept things the way they are now, he would have to bind himself to me, despite his role as someone who wanted to bring joy to others. Aww. That's such a sad way of looking at it. You better not be the end. Okay, good. I was gonna say, dang it, no! At night, I stayed close, watching Misa sleep. Man, that would tear me in two as well. You don't want to be separated from him for 65 years, but if you don't change anything, he's going to be following you for the next 65 years and not being able to do what he wants to do or is made to do or is destined to do. You become his top priority. Anyway, at night I stayed close watching Misa sleep. It didn't mean to frighten her, yet I knew I'd put her through a lot. It pained me to see her alone, but she needed to see the gravity of her situation. I wanted her to grasp the terror of a ghost, to understand the danger of living her life with that sight. However, even if Misa decided to live that way, there was still another path. But if I were to reveal it to her, I fear she would feel guilty and force herself to marry me. Oh? There's a third path? Is that what he says?
どんなことがあっても、そなたを守るぞ。
Even if it cost me my role as guardian spirit. He's planned to go mad for the sake of love, so he said. Good. The chapter didn't end. I don't have a CG. The next morning, when I awoke to see Yukimaro nearby, I felt joy unlike any I'd felt in a long time. Yet my heart wasn't fully at ease. I kept thinking about our future. Before, I was sad about not being able to have a future with him, but now it was the opposite. Do I marry him only to reunite after death, or keep my sight to living as before, with him by my side? I wanted to marry him, that felt right, but the decades of living apart made me waver. I'm off. Leaving home, Yukimaro was there as usual, waiting outside. All of them are. Oh, Tokyo and Koharu, you're here too. Seeing the other standing before Yukimaro, I blinked in surprise.
おはよう、待っておったぞ。今日からまた一緒に登校じゃ。
So it's in high spirits today.
またあなたとこうして会話できるなんて夢みたいです。
I'm happy too.
俺は術の調子を見に寄ってみただけだ。お前のことはもう語り終えたからな。
So Koharu is done haunting her, so does that mean he's leaving? Or he's just breaking the contract, so to speak? Right, my spirit board curse has been lifted. Oh. It all felt a little bittersweet. Koharu had been looking out for me this whole time. Koharu, you never really haunted me. You've been nothing but helpful.
その瞳に術をかけてもか？後々になって恨むなよ。
I won't. It's exactly what I asked for.
恋人の我を無視して会話するでない。
Sorry, it's just nice to be able to see everyone again. We had a serious conversation last night, so I was anxious to see Yukimaro today. I was glad to see he was his normal self. Yet every once in a while, I thought I saw the same pained smile he wore before rising to the surface. What should I do? No, what do I want to do? What are you going to do, Misa? I bid farewell to Toka and Koharu outside the school, and since then, Yukimaro had been guarding me in his spirit form. Before I knew it, school wrapped up and Yukimaro and I left campus together. He had switched back to his mortal form. I couldn't stop feeling guilty about him having to continuously switch back and forth. Oh, by the way, the cafe owner called me with my official work schedule.
ほう、それは楽しみじゃな。そなたの働く姿が。
Suddenly, Yukimaro cut off mid-sentence. His face turned serious and his whole body seemed to tense up. What's wrong, Yukimaro?
あ、いや、なんでもない。
Did reality hit you all of a sudden? Despite his words, it was obvious something was wrong. Something like this happened before. I gasped. I couldn't forget that moment. What moment? You're like a little kid.
そなたも我のように。
In mid-sentence, I felt Yukimaro's hand jolt in mine. He showed me an expression like this one.
ミサ殿、少しそばを離れても構わぬか。
Uh-oh. Is the society calling you? Afterward, Yukimaro said he was called by the Guardian Spirit Society and had to leave. Did the society call you again?
そんなことはないぞ。ちょっとぼやっとしていただけなのだ。
That voice says you're lying. It was easy to tell when Yukimaro was lying. I know. His voice is all stuttery. Yukimaro, let's get married right now. My mind had been leaning toward that decision. Right now, let's go. Dang it.
急にどうしたというのだ。
I couldn't get his pain smile out of my mind.
急にどうしたというのだ。しかもこんなところで。
My feelings for you are overflowing. I love you from the bottom of my heart. It was the honest truth. Though it was hard to think of being apart from him, we'd meet again after I died. So I was ready to say goodbye to the sight that had been cast on me.
ミサ殿、我を侮ってもらっては困る。無理をしているとわかるぞ。
Well, so are you, Yukimaro. You've been neglecting your guardian spirit duties to look after me.
そんなことはない。今は、長期休暇中なのだ。
Taking the sabbatical, does that mean you're taking a break? He really is terrible at lying. I can manage walking home alone, so please go see the society.
やだ！我はそなたを守ると決めておる。家に着くまで、いや、着いてからもずーっとそばにいるのだ。
That's sweet, but I don't want to cause you any more trouble. Please, try to understand.
負担などではない。大切なそなたを守れていることこそ、我にとって幸福なのだ。
You're not going to back down, are you?
そなたこそ。
What's that growl for? Oh my goodness. Sparks flew between us. Why are we even fighting? I didn't want to argue with him. but neither of us was willing to back down. Wow, did it really get that heated? Jeez. The silence lasted all the way home, turning into a quiet standoff as we reached the house.
ゆきまろさんと喧嘩したです。
Could you tell?
だって、ゆきまろさん、半べそ書いてるです。あと、ミサ殿のバカってつぶやいているです。ほんと子供みたいに純粋で、座敷わらしにぴったりです。
Is that typical of guardian spirits?
座敷わらしになるには面接があるです。どんなあやかしにもなれるものではなくて、必須の条件があるです。それは、子供のように純粋な心であること。
That suits Yukimaro perfectly.
ですです。ちょっとアホなところもあるですけど、それが座敷わらしなのです。純粋に人を思い、純粋に幸福を願う。そこに余計な感情は一切ないです。でも、
He's a special case.
あなたにはそうもいかないみたいです。
Maybe Toga's onto something. When it came to me, Yukimaro always pushed. He hid his sorrow and would sacrifice himself for me. Thank you so much, Toga. I might not see you again, but I'll always remember you.
あなたからのお別れの言葉はもうもらってるですから、いらないですよ。
Oh, then, that night when I suddenly couldn't see them anymore, I whispered goodbye to him. He was listening. Even if I can't see them, it's nice to know they're still around. In that moment, Toga helped me realize something critical. I hope you'll keep watching over me. Smiling, I made my request and Toga smiled back. I needed to have a long conversation with Yukimaro. It would probably be our last one. Oh. I quickly found Yukimaro and gently led him to a secluded spot for us to talk alone. Whoa. On the way here, I saw an idol who passed away. He was walking around smiling like everything was normal. Poor Senna. I feel bad. But I knew it would likely be the last time I'd see spirits like that.
どうしたというのだ？このような場所まで連れてきようって。
I thought this would be the perfect place to say goodbye to you. Aww. Don't give her that face.
もう話はついたはずじゃ。そなたが無理をしているのなら、まだ決めなくても。
I'm not pushing myself. My voice subtly shook. I was panicking a little inside, but I tried my best not to let it show. I didn't break eye contact with him. Yukimaro, let's get married.
もう良いのだ。そのような気を放っていて、婚姻を結ぶと言われても信じられぬ。
You're emitting such an aura. Hey, that's not fair. Yukimaro gave me a bitter smile and stepped closer to me.
無理に表情を作らなくていい。無理に言葉を作らなくていい。
It's the song that signifies that it's over.
そなたが素直であれることが我の願いなのだから。
I know, that's what he said from the very beginning. Just be honest. You're holding back too. I know you were struggling when you got summoned by the Guardian Spirit Society. Besides, just yesterday, when I decided to keep my eyes as they are, you smiled, but it was strained.
気づいておったか。我に隠し事は向いていないらしい。
Yeah, you better be honest too. With that, Yukimaro sighed and seemed willing to open up to me.
そなたがその瞳のまま我と共にあることを願うならそれでいいのだ。ただ常にそばにいないと不安で仕方ない。だから我は座敷わらし協会を抜けそなただけのあやかしとなろう。
Oh my goodness. I had a feeling he might say that. It still pained me. I didn't know much about spirits, but I knew how much Yukimaro enjoyed bringing happiness to people. No, I can't take your joy in making other people happy from you. His only joy right now is to be with you. It was the truth, yet I selfishly wanted him to stay by my side. But please, Let's go through with the marriage. I can't bear the thought of being apart. I hate the idea of not being able to see him for decades. My plea was a mix of genuine concern for him and my own selfish desires. My heart ached. Yukimaro's fingers gently caressed my cheek. I was unaware of my own tears, and he tenderly wiped them away.
我はそなたのそばにあれることこそ幸福なのだ。それに言うたであろう。
I know, why don't you understand?
我はそなたの座敷わらし。どこへでもついてゆくぞ。と。
I'm sorry. Why did I have to fall so deeply in love with him? Why am I so overwhelmed with these emotions?
ミサ殿、我も同じなのだ。もうとっくに狂うておる。
His expression was joyful, illuminated by a broad smile. He transformed into his spirit form. Then he grasped my hand as he did once before. It was like when we first met.
我が名は雪丸。一色ミサのあやかしとして、そなたに幸福をもたらすものにございます。
Oh, this is so romantic.
我は今日から汝だけのあやかしとなりましょう。この時、この言葉をもって正式な宣言とする。
It was nearly the same declaration as the first time we met, though slightly different. My personal spirit. Yukimaro wore his carefree smile from before and gazed at me.
というわけで、よろしく頼むぞ。我だけの愛しい主様。
Back to master. The smile was heart-aching. I took a deep breath and slowly opened my mouth. I cannot vow it now, but even after death, I will be with you. To marry and be reincarnated as a spirit. Not just in life, but to love each other even after death. After I told him that, Yukimaro finally showed me a genuine smile. From then on, and forever, I wanted to be happy so his smile would never fade. For Yukimaro and the one who found comfort in the joy of others. I did not get a CG. Oh my goodness. Dang it. There could have easily been one there.
まとわりつくしがらみも時間が経てば薄まってゆくと麗しい日々にしがみついて一秒でも長く触れさせて孤独や虚しさも丸めて捨ててあげる眩しいほどに光を放ち静かなほどに悲しくて崩れそうなくらい愛しくて溺れてく私は水強な個体昨日の夜の眩しい景色がモノクロのフィルムになる前に何も生まれない争いもきっと何にでも意味はあるから
I am slightly confused though still. It sounded like she was vowing to marry him and see him after death, but he told her that he didn't want her to do that. And that he was leaving the Guardian Spirit Society. So, did he leave the Guardian Spirit Society, or did she actually marry him? I guess we'll find out in the ending, because that's where it goes to. There was not a CG. I already have in mind what I'm going to do with the CG anyway. I can't believe they didn't give us one. Like, there was two places where I thought we would get a CG, and it's like, nope, no CG. The spot where she hugged him for the first time when he became visible and she just like clung to him. And then just now, like I thought he was going to kiss her or something because he's dedicating his life to her once again, and she to him. That calls for a romantic kiss, right? Apparently not. Whatever, fine. Well, I'm going to end the episode right now so I can record the endings because I desperately want to read them. And it's not even midnight yet. So if you guys did enjoy, drop a like down below and or subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.